Today we are going to be taking on the oh so intimidating beast that we all know as the winged eyeliner. Is it scary? Yes, but can we do it? Yes, we can. So obviously I'm just having a little bit of fun with it. But I think winged eyeliner is one of those things where one day you can have a really good day and then the next day you're trying to do the exact same thing and you're like, why? Why is this not working? So I just have a couple little quick tips and tricks that I like to use to get my winged eyeliner to look as perfect as I can, and by perfect I mean like pretty similar twins, and even then it depends on the day. But as you can see, I've got a very dramatic eyeliner today, so I'll show you how to do this. But everything I'm going to be going over can be used to do something dramatic like this, more dramatic than this, or a very simple little thin accent eyeliner if you're just looking for that perfect little pop to accent your eyes. So I hope that this helps you, and I will see you at the end of the video again. Let's get into it. Okay, so first off you need to pick the eyeliner that you want. Today I'm going to be using the NYX liquid eyeliner. It has a really tiny brush that I think is somewhat easy to use. I also like the Kat Von D eyeliner a lot, but mine is dead, so NYX eyeliner it was. I think that's one of the biggest things is find what kind of eyeliner you look to do a winged eyeliner, and that's everyone's gonna have a personal preference. So what you see me doing here is first I'm going to be doing just that little line, and it's going to be a flick up. The reason I'm doing the line on both sides is this is going to be the angle for the cat eye, so you really want to make sure it's even, and if you do this on both eyes first, then you know you're going to have a pretty similar angle for both of your eyes. To get that right angle, one of the common rules people will say is kind of like from your lower lash line, kind of draw a line from your lower lash line straight up to your eyebrow, and that's a good angle. Honestly though, play around with it, because depending on the look you want will depend on the angle you want, but that's kind of a good rule of thumb. And you can see I'm kind of doing that, where if you drew a line from my lower lash line up to my eyebrow, you'll see that's kind of the line I'm following. It's flattering for the eye shape and it's a good guideline. Okay, you can see I'm double checking. Both of our angles look good. So I'm going to bring you in closer, and we are going to move on to step number 2. And that is going to be, you are going to connect that wing part of the eyeliner to the eye. So you're going to draw down from the upper part of the wing, and you're going to connect it to on your lid. I wanted to start off doing a smaller wing, so I connected it pretty close. I also like to do a thicker wing. That's what I was feeling today, so I started from the top of that line and went down. If you want a more thin wing, a lot of the times people will say to start maybe like a centimeter, if even that much down from it, but to not start at the top, start a little bit down from the top of that line, and it'll give you a thinner wing. And once you connect it down to the eyelid, then you are going to go ahead and fill that space in, which you just saw me doing. And then I'm just going back and forth and making sure that everything looks even. I wanted to kind of dramatize my wing, so you see me going in with eyeliner. I'm elongating it, making it a bit sharper, and just going back and forth and tweaking it until I like exactly how it looks. I'm someone who's not perfect at eyeliner, and this wasn't a great eyeliner day for me, which is actually kind of a good thing, because you'll see me going back and forth and fiddling with it. Don't get frustrated, just, you know, you can make it work, so I just go back and forth and play with it until I like how it looks, and more importantly, until it's even. That helps me a lot, so I like to make sure it's even while I'm going through all of the steps. And then at the end, I find my eyeliner to look more like twins than sisters. So step number 3 is then once we have our little filled in wing at the end,
is we are going to draw a thin line across the top of the eyelid. I start this thin because I think starting this thin and then building up on it is going to be the easiest, and you'll see me do that later. But first off, we're just going to draw that thin line above the eyelid, and then what gives you that smooth wing is smoothing out how the line over your eyelid and your wing connect. I can count. Step number 4. And so for step number 4, we're going to do exactly what I was talking about. And you'll see me go in and do this. And right now, the connection between that thin line and the wing, it looked pretty jaggedy. So what we're doing right now is we're going in and smoothing that out. And essentially, the main concept to keep in mind here is you want to go from a thicker line to a thinner line to a thinner line. So you're gradually just making that whole entire line smaller. This is also, it's completely up to personal preference for some of these things if you want like a thick line all the way through, but this I think is a good kind of basic for getting a simple wing down. And then like I always do, I'm just going to go back and forth until I like how both of the wings look. And yep, same thing as we've been doing before. You're going to see, I'm going to fast forward through it because you don't need to watch me do this all the way, but you're going to see I actually decided to want to do a thick line. One of the reasons though that I really like this technique is if you want to do a thin winged eyeliner, you can totally do that, but it's also really easy to build this up into a thick winged eyeliner just by adding a little bit more and a little bit more. And remember that what you'll see me do when I fast forward is that I make the line at the arch of my eyelid thicker, which is going to make the end part of the eyeliner thicker, and it's going to make it smoothly connect everything together. Also, to remember to play around with your eyes because everyone's eyelid is different, and that's really going to affect how the wing looks because your eyelid is skin that wrinkles, right? So bear in mind that your eyeliner, when your eye is open versus when your eye is closed, is going to look different. So you'll never see me close my eyes all the way when I'm doing eyeliner for a couple of reasons. One, it helps me get a better feel for how the eyeliner is going to look. And two, it won't wrinkle my eye as much. If you close your eye all the way, it's going to wrinkle your eye more and actually make it a bit harder. So yep, today really wasn't an eyeliner day, so you're just going to see me going back and forth a lot. So I'm giving thumbs up, I think. I think I'm liking it. I'm happy. And that means we're going to be moving on to the next step, which is number 5. Now, one of the reasons that I focused so much on the upper part of the eye was because we're going to clean up the lower part of our liner with concealer. So you just need your concealer brush and your concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape today because it's nice and thick. You want a concealer that has good coverage for this step. And you don't need a lot. I just put a tiny, tiny dab on the back of my hand so I can control the product a bit. And I grab my brush. I really am just getting like the smallest amount. I go dip. Bear in mind too, the way the camera is, you're looking at my eyeliner from a downward angle. So when you look at it straight on, like when I look up, it looks different. And makeup's always going to be like that. Oh, here I'm going in with the concealer. I am cleaning up that line. Tiny, tiny bit goes a long way, and then I'm just blending out the concealer. Make sure that the eyeliner is dry before you do this, otherwise it's going to be a hot mess. And not in a cute way. You don't want to mix the two liquid products together, and it also won't cover it up. But the concealer pretty much just acts as your magic erase marker. It's awesome. And it'll help you get that super sharp line. Depending on the day, I can get that freehand, and some days I can't. My hands are shaky, so it just kind of depends on the makeup day I'm having, which I think everyone is like that a bit. Makeup is, some days it's so easy to nail something, and some days it's a little bit harder. I'm thinking, judging. Oh, wiping stuff off my face. Wait. I do my face makeup after my eye makeup, so I'm good and I can go in and clean it up, no problems later. But I am going to go get everything done, be back in a second, and you will see me with my full face makeup. First, I just want to show off the winged eyeliner, though, that we got going on. You can see it now from a straight-on angle.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that some of the stuff we went over today helped you. Make sure that you leave your tips for winged eyeliner in the comments section down below. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a fabulous day, evening, night, wherever you are, and bye!